the Opupco Studios in Oklahoma City, this is OSU Basketball with John Helsley. I'm Jenni Carlson. John, the Cowboys got back on the winning path, which had to feel good on Saturday. Talk a little bit about that game. What were your impressions coming out of Gallagher-Iba Arena?
You know, a lot of smiles on faces, Jenni, which, you know, we hadn't seen in a while. And Monday night was an ugly loss at Kansas. I think everybody expected the Cowboys to lose that game, but it got out of hand early. And, you know, that was the fourth loss in a row. So they were able to end that losing streak and really kind of feel good about themselves a little bit again.
Now it looks like they might have a chance to run off a few wins here in a row, which, you know, maybe doesn't get them to the NCAA tournament, but at least gets them some momentum. Talk about what's coming up for the Cowboys.
Yeah, this is always kind of a portion of the schedule that the coaches had talked about and said, hey, if we can be in a good spot going into those last few games, you've got Texas Tech at home. They play Baylor Tuesday night at home. It'll be senior night. Should be pretty emotional there. And then a final game at Oklahoma to end the regular season. It didn't quite work out the way they wanted. They thought maybe this would be the final spurt to get them into the NCAA tournament, but it is a chance for them to get a little bit of momentum going.
What about this Bedlam matchup? They obviously won in Stillwater. You know, home advantage in Bedlam oftentimes is a pretty telling tale. But do you see the Cowboys maybe riding a little momentum wave and winning that Bedlam game on Saturday?
You know, you're right. You never know what's going to happen in Bedlam. And the first game was really interesting for a while. You know, the Cowboys are the better team. They should win that game. But it's Bedlam. It's in Norman. It's going to be a senior day situation for the Sooners there. So you just never know. But you know, at least two teams that really haven't had the seasons they wanted, it at least gives us something here at the end of the regular season to look forward to.
Lastly, let's talk about guard play a little bit, because it's been kind of a good news, bad news scenario for the Cowboys here of late. Redger Dow really coming on, but just about the time he does, Ray Penn is suspended indefinitely by Travis Ford. Talk a little about that guard play right now and sort of that good news, bad news situation.
You're right. Redger Dow, the good news. This is a guy that had been lost on the roster for the most part. Really hadn't seen much of him this year or heard much from him. He plays against Texas A&M, scores 22 points, you know, kind of earns himself a little bit more time, has a solid game at Kansas, played well again against Texas Tech in the win Saturday. So that's the upside. Like you said, the downside, Ray Penn situation, hasn't been playing well, hasn't been playing much lately, apparently hasn't been getting it done off the court either, so Travis had to suspend him.
All right, thanks, John. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.